Hello friends, welcome to CareersTalk. Today we are going to see strategic planning. First of all, before getting into that session, thank you so much Sunan for the wonderful opportunity to have a session like this. So let me introduce myself shortly. Before that, I will share my screen. I hope the screen is visible now. So this is Sindhuja Nagendran. I'm an agile coach working in a consultancy. Okay, let me pitch into the topic. Strategic planning. Many of us heard of many things about strategic planning. Here we are going to discuss what are all the techniques available and how and which technique and how we can implement those techniques. Those few factors we are going to discuss here today. Let's move on to the topic. So what is strategic planning? Strategic planning is nothing but we are creating the strategic for specific business. So what is the strategy we are going to have to make our business grow or thrive, and how to implement this? Okay, so implementing them, evaluating the results. It's something we are in the agile industry, inspect and adapt. So evaluating the result of executing the plan regarding a company's overall long-term goals or mission or vision, big desires. So this is what strategic planning. So what are the elements of strategic planning in short? So vision. So we always should have a bigger vision. So every organizations or every individuals also has a big vision on from where it is coming, the aspirations. Okay. Next to the vision, it's a mission. Why the company exists, why you have this kind of bigger vision than you, what is the purpose, that kind of discussions or that kind of keynotes or coming under missions. Objectives, so results that a company aims to achieve is an objective. Strategy, it's a long-term plan designed to achieve objectives. So we have some objective, we are having some strategy with the long-term plan. Approach, to achieve this long-term plan, what are all the methodology, what are all the factors we are going to consider? That is so-called approach. Tactics, is nothing but we are having some bigger plan, slicing it small things as a small activities and making this done. That is so-called tactics. So these are all the elements under the strategic planning we want to consider. Techniques, what are all the strategic analysis or techniques in general? At least me, so far I used SWOT analysis only in general. So what is the SWOT? Whenever we are starting some new business or in between middle of some businesses, we always do this kind of strategic analysis. It's not only on the business, personal growth or some other areas as well. So internal, external, the strategic analysis, many techniques are there. The first technique what we are seeing here is a SWOT analysis. So internal, external, there are two factors over there we need to consider. Internal is something within us. What is our strength? What is our weakness? And external is something, what is the opportunities which shoots for my strength and my weakness and whatever it is, or what are all the threats I have to ensure that I'm not getting into that trap. So this is SWOT analysis, very quite common analysis in program management, in the subject of principles of management. This is some basic technique everyone used to follow. This technique is a standalone technique, or it can go along with some other techniques which we will see in the upcoming slides. Next technique is PESTLE. So PESTLE technique is another one kind of strategic analysis or strategic planning technique, mainly focusing on the macroeconomic factors, we can say. So if you see, P stands for political, E stands for economic, S stands for social, and T stands for technological, L stands for legal, and E stands for environmental. So PESTLE is, as I said already, it's more on macroeconomic factors consideration. So along with SWOT, we can use it for better outcome. As I said already, SWOT can go standalone as well. We can merge 2 to 3 techniques and we can use as well. Like when we are using few techniques for problem solving, we can merge, right? Similarly, we can do this way as well. So PESTLE analysis is a valuable one tool for marketers to consider the external factors and influence that affect their business environment. So it's more on external factors. So what it ideally helps, it stops us or prevents us from making the decisions based solely on an internal factors. What is inside within this? Based on that, it won't let us to take decisions. We are considering, it will help us to consider more external context as well. So that is so-called PESTLE analysis. So we can move on to the next technique, SOAR technique. SOAR is another wonderful technique. Actually, I loved it personally. So strength, S stands for strength, O stands for opportunities, A stands for aspiration, and R stands for results. So here in this SOAR technique, SOAR is mainly focusing on the action. So what's your aspiration? What's your result? In that way, it is focusing compared to the SWOT analysis. SWOT is just, it is also a good technique. It's considering strength, opportunities, weakness, and threats. But SOAR is more into action oriented. Mainly, SOAR can go for a new startup or organization which is very young, like 10 years. That kind of organizations gives more importance to SOAR technique. So aspiration focuses on what the action, what the action the organization wants to do, who they want to serve, and where they wish to operate it. The result sections addresses how the organization will identify and track their progress towards aspirations and opportunities. So it's mainly what, who, and where they want to serve. That kind of analysis can be done here, and based on that action we will be taking. Based on that action, what are the results we are aiming for, or what are we getting? So this section works to ensure that the organization is making progress continuously and sticking to its plan to achieve its longer term goals or visions. So mainly provides an option for an organization that will not know exactly what their weakness or at. Okay, so in here we are not analyzing more on weakness area or something, but it's more on forward thinking examination rather than analysis based on experiences. It's more on forward thinking. So additionally, SOAR tends to be more positive, whereas in SWOT analysis, opposing force and competition, that kind of strategies we will be doing. So the next topic is noise analysis. So noise analysis is also another one technique, which stands for N is for needs, and O is for opportunities, and I is for improvements, and S is for strengths, and E is for exceptions. So this is for noise analysis. So noise analysis mainly examine the current state. Where are we standing? What we want to do? This kind of stuff noise analysis is ensuring, and generate a strategic improvement plan. It focuses more on needs than problems or challenges to overcome. For an example, in your organization, many staffs are working. In that case, if you want to look for the things, instead of focusing on the problems or things, if you focus on what they want, or staffs will be very happy at that moment, automatically remaining things will be taken care by the staff. We don't want to think about this. So this is what noise analysis is mainly focusing on. So Porter's 5 forces. Again, this Porter, the name comes from the founder or who coined this thing, that is so-called Porter's 5 forces. Okay, the person who identified this techniques, his name is Porter's. There it comes up. But nowadays it's not only 5. Porter's is having another one also, but I'm not going dig deep into that area now. So what it is shows, if you take the horizontal line, Porter's 5 forces look into threat of new entrants. How many members are newly entering into the market? What are all the threats they are bringing? Of course, when someone is newly entering, they must be having some advanced technology tools or whatever it is, that kind of opportunities. Like another one thing is that competitive rivalry. How competitive you are, and what are all the rivalries going around it? Threat of substitutes. Already people who are existing in this one, what are the threats? What are the challenges we are facing because of the substitutes? These kind of things, horizontal factors will consider. When coming to the vertical line, again, buyers and suppliers. Okay, bargaining power of buyers and suppliers. These kind of things is more focusing on the Porter's 5 force analysis. So what it helps ideally is that it provides more rigor and thoroughness of this one. So the model focuses on external. Again, it is also considering the macroeconomic forces and company must focus on. Okay, that the company must focus on. Like the first one, pester analysis. Similarly, 5 force also focusing on more on macroeconomic forces. So it focuses on actions for high or low force threats. Okay, this is how this focus. Another one, 6th factor in focus thing is that complementers. What complement I can give to my clients, my customers? That kind of complementers is being addressed in Porter's 5 forces. And the next one is that score model. This is also another one good thing, what I personally loved, along with the SOAR model. So S stands for strengths, C stands for challenges, and O stands for options, R stands for response, and E stands for effectiveness. This is core analysis to do our strategic planning. So this core model provides a structured approach, very structured approach to strategic planning that helps organizations systematically analyze their current state, set the clear objectives, what are the challenges, current state, and develop strategies, what are all the strategies we can do on it, what are all the opportunities we have, allocate resource and access the outcomes. So this is how score model is structured in a way. Okay, so it is a very, very wonderful, useful framework for guiding organizations through the strategic planning processes and ensuring that they have well defined roadmap on a longer term perceptions. So score is another one good thing to know more about. It is covering everything like SWOT, reminding things, everything it is covering up. So this is another one wonderful model what I found. Another one is VRIO. Okay, so this technique, this strategic planning or technique is so-called VRIO. Valuable, V stands for valuable, R stands for rare, I stands for inimitable, O stands for organized. So in this technique, it's again every questions we are asking to ourselves, are we adding value to the customers? That stands for V. Rarity, do you have control over a rare pieces of technology or a rare resource? Do you have that control? Your organization is holding that. If something is coming on, are you ready to challenge that kind of rare scenarios? So that is our stance. And imitability, can it be easily copied by the competitors? That kind of things also we really, really want to consider in the AA environment. So imitability, how much percentage, that kind of flow. And O stands for organization. Does your business have the operation and system in place to capitalize on its resources? Okay, so this is another one wonderful thing which we are seeking the value addition on this one. Okay, the last one is that last one in my slide is that 7 Hoshin Kanri process. Practically, I have a little bit of experience on this, which I'm very happy for that. But I wasn't aware that what I'm implementing in my project or organization is this aligning with this 7 Hoshini process. Now only I realize that this is the name of that technique where I'm using now. So the Hoshini country process is a kind of cyclic and iterative process as it emphasizes alignment, communication, and a structured approach to strategic planning and execution. So how it works in the sense, it first establish organization values, visions, bigger visions. What is it, visions? And it develop breakthrough activities. It slice and chunk develop it. And then it goes and plan for complete annual. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, like the complete annual plan it will have. And deploy annual objectives. It doesn't mean that at the end only I'm delivering. No, it doesn't mean that way. But we have the plan in place. Hope. Okay. So deploy the annual objectives, implement annual objectives. Monthly reviews will be taking care. In there, we will inspect and adapt and we will be doing things on it. So then annual review will happen. Every year by October, November, by this timeline, annual review should happen, and next year plans must be in place. So this is so-called 7 Hoshin country process. Okay, so many other frameworks, many other techniques do exist in the market, but we are not sure what and all, which organization is working, how frequently they are using. So a few are like TOC framework, theory of constraints and balanced scorecard, BSE framework, OKRs framework, inspirational model, real-time model, self-organizing model, scenario model, alignment, issue-based, basic model. So these are all few things. This is some reference link what I have taken. So these are all coming under the strategic planning. I hope this session adds some value to you. If you like our channel, please do subscribe, provide comments, valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunan, for the opportunity once again.